Yo, about to get this show started. Let's dive in.
You can't solve your financial problems with the same kind of thinking that caused them. These words will change your reality because poverty can't survive in a dough chaser's mentality. The beat majors. So to all my dough chasers, it's time to get this party started now.
I like it.
With your host, Jason White. Jason White. Jason White. Jason White. Jason White.
Yo, what's up, Dough Chasers? This is Jason White, your host of Dough Chaser TV, also CEO and witness riches of, you hear what I said? CEO and founder of Witness Riches. I want to thank you all for joining me this evening. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. As you come in, let me know who you are and where you're from. Tonight, we are talking about why you should never buy a car with a poor credit score. If you are someone who is looking to buy a new car within the next 6 months and your credit score is not ideal, I beg you, I urge you to reconsider, okay? And what I'm going to do this evening is I'm going to break down the numbers, because a lot of times when you're sitting in front of an inexperienced car salesman, or you're talking to a bank professional, whoever you're talking to about taking out a car loan, and you have a poor credit score, many times they don't have your best interest at hand. And I want to make sure that you understand the numbers and how big of an impact this will have on your pockets, okay? At the end of the day, we want you to transcend financially, all right? We want you to obtain the dough chasers mentality so that you can actually make moves in your life and reap the benefit from having your finances in order, okay? So this Thursday, what I'm going to do is I have a new shirt that we just designed. It's called Transcend or Die Trying. What I'm going to do this Thursday, I'm going to give away 2 shirts, okay? So make sure you are with us this Thursday. We're going to be live around 7:30, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you, are with us so that you can have a chance to win one of these shirts. Type 1 if you're digging the shirt. Type 2 if you're not feeling it. And please don't hurt my feelings too much. Let me see. So let me see who's with us. As you come in, let me know who you are, where you're from. Okay, there go my comments. Okay, so we got aquaholic drinks. Definitely. Feel free to send me an email, jason@witnessriches.com. Sometimes I don't see all the comments and I may overlook them. Michael McRae, how you doing? South Florida in the house. Lamar Matthews, how you doing, boss? We got Jamie Murphy in the house. We got Aggie King 33, North Carolina in the building. Casey T. Wintons Jr., how you doing? What's good? How you doing? Charlotte in the house. So if you're digging the shirt, type 1 so that, I know that it's a hot shirt and people actually want it. Jay Success in the house, how you doing? I think we're friends on Facebook, actually. Let me see. Yeah, my man said I need this information because he's going to be buying a car. And, he has a poor credit score, so he doesn't want to get taken advantage of. At the end of the day, I don't want you to be taken advantage of, all right? What you need to understand is that businesses are in business to make a profit. And a lot of businesses make profit off of people who have bad credit because they understand that, in some situations, they're desperate. And when you're in a desperate situation, you will almost do anything to get out of that situation. And a lot of times by you doing anything, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. And, I like for you to walk around with both of your arms and both of your legs. So what we're going to do is we're going to share information that's going to help you keep money in your pocket so that you can use that to transcend or die trying. All right. See how I did that? Okay. All right. So we're talking about buying a car. Okay. And typically, what I notice is a lot of our clients, they've bought a car Their credit score is maybe like a 540, 600, and their interest rate is like 20, 25%. All right. So what I want to do is I want to break this down to you. Okay. And the key point that I'm going to make during this whole presentation is, though it may be affordable, that does not mean it's a good deal. Okay. I want y'all to remember that. All right. So let's say that, you go to, I feel like I got a lot of Cadillac drivers in our engaged with us tonight. Okay, so let's say that you go to a Cadillac dealership. Okay, I'm gonna go back and forth to my whiteboard and the mic, so excuse me. But let's say that you go to a Cadillac dealership, right, and you find a car that costs $20,000. You find a used, nice little Cadillac, CTS sitting on 20s. Maybe 15s, I don't know. And it's clean, right? And you see that the sticker price is $20,000. So let's put this, do the math with me. $20,000. That's the sticker price. And you're interested in buying that car, all right? What happens is a salesman will, come to you and basically say, hey, let's see if we can get you approved for this car. And what they'll do is they will get your information and, pull your credit to see if you are credit worthy. All right. And a lot of times what they're going to do is they're going to shop you around with their bank partners and see which one they can get you the best deal with. All right. Not saying that all of them do this, but a lot of them do. All right. So they're going to shop you around to try to get you the best deal. And it's typically the best deal for the company, not necessarily the best deal for the consumer. All right. A lot of these car salesmen or car companies, they have, partnerships with these banks, and there's like, commissions and all that good stuff, the good deals. And they want to make sure that they get you in the best deal that's for the company and themselves. All right. So they shop you around and they say, hey, Casey, we found a bank that's willing to accept you, and we noticed that your credit score wasn't that bad. Wasn't that good. You were at a 540. So let's say that you're at a 540 credit score. Okay, that's your credit score. And because your credit is bad, unfortunately, the bank, they're going to need you to put money down, okay? We weren't able to find any ideal lenders who will give you a good rate. However, we were able to find some lenders that were able to get you approved, a pre-approval, all right? And that pre-approval is at 20%. So this is insider, okay? The insider is, majority of the time, they're not going to tell you the interest rate because it's so high, okay? What they're going to do is they are going to advertise to you the monthly payment, all right? So Casey, we got you this car, $20,000. And what we're going to do is we're going to put you on a 5-year payment plan, okay? So that's going to be 60 months. And your payment is going to be $530 a month. And my experience, I'm like, you know what? I can afford $530 a month. That's a good deal. I can afford that. But what they don't tell you is they won't tell you that interest rate. It'll be in the paperwork, but they're not going to say, hey, your interest rate is 20%. They're going to say, we got you approved for $530 at 60 months. Can you afford this? Of course, the average person is going to be like, yeah, I can afford that. And then they'll pull you to the back to the person who's going to do the paperwork. And a lot of times people do not compute how much the actual cost is, okay? So though the sticker price is saying $20,000, let's do the real math. What we want to do is we want to take 60 months and multiply that by $530 a month, okay? And that will give us the true amount that we're actually going to be paying for this new car. Can you do this math? Hold on. I got to pull out my calculator. You got it? Oh, you know what? I got it. I'm tripping. So yeah, this is going to cost us $31,793. Just did that in my head. And of course, there's some change in there. But anyway, $31,793. That's going to cost you overall. So when I had my experience with buying a car, my first car, I bought a Cadillac Seville. It was sitting on 20s. I had bangers in the trunk, and I kept it clean. Okay. The thing is, it got repossessed at work because I didn't do a good job of managing my money. However, one thing that I didn't realize was the actual cost that it was going to take place when buying this car with bad credit. And if you notice that, yeah, you can probably afford the $530 a month. You can probably afford that. That could probably fit well in your budget. But is it a good deal? Tell me, if we take $31,800 and subtract $20,000 from it, is $11,800 in interest good? That's almost another car. So basically, you're paying for a car and a half because of your poor credit. Let's do another example. Oh, it happens every day. It's happening every day, B. Every day. Every day. Another example. I see people drive Mercedes Benzes all the time. They sign up for our program. The credit is a 600. And unfortunately, if your credit is not 680 plus, you're going to get basically a subprime loan. Okay, they're going to put you in the subprime category, and basically your credit score is proving to the lender that you cannot be trusted, and because you cannot be trusted, they need to charge you a higher interest rate. Okay, that basically justifies that. Okay, so 600 credit score, they're driving a Mercedes Benz. Sticker price, that Mercedes Benz is $35,000. Okay, now this is how crazy some people are. They actually, a $35,000 car, look at how expensive this is, but there's people doing this. No shade. I respect, if you want to spend this amount of money on your car, that's on you. Okay, I have no problem with that. That's on you. It's your money. You do what you want. But just because you can afford it does not mean it's a good deal. Remember that. So a $35,000 car, $600 credit score, and their interest rate is also 20%. 20% at 60 months, aka 5 years. That will get you a $927 payment. So I know some of you are like, what? $927? Again, how you want to spend your money is on you. There's some people who actually are paying $927 a month for their Mercedes Benz. I'm not judging you, but just because you can afford it does not mean it's a good deal. Okay? So yeah, this person, they're making some good money. They have, extra discretionary money and they want to buy a car. They can afford $927. However, $927 multiplied by 60 months. Let's do the math on that. Becky, what do you have? So the number that we have is basically $55,620, give or take. We subtract the sticker price of $35,000. This person just paid, peep this out, $20,000 in interest, almost $21,000 in interest. That's another car. They paid 2 cars for one. What can you do with an extra 20,000? A lot. And people are doing this every day because they don't understand how much their credit impacts their payments. So what's going to happen is the car salesman, they are going to advertise the monthly payment. They're going to ask you, what is your budget? How much can you afford a month? How many of you have ever heard this question? Now, if you are a car salesman, I'm not hating on you. I promise I'm not. I'm just trying to, get our people aware of, how people in your industry are taking advantage of them. That's all. I'm not hating on car salesmen, all right? I just want people to be aware of how bad their credit is impacting their finances. There's a lot of people who wish they could have $20,000 saved in 5 years. And instead of saving that, they're paying it because of their bad credit. The interest is basically because you have a poor credit score, here's your punishment. The interest is your punishment for having bad credit. $20,000 is not worth it. Okay? So yeah, there's a lot of people who are actually doing this every day. Thousands of people actually. And a lot of times by you making a small little sacrifice, by working on your credit, by you taking that small sacrifice and working on your credit and waiting 6 months, give yourself 6 months. Wait 6 months, improve your credit, 50, 100 points. You're going to cut that interest at least 50%. Okay, so let's do the math on if these people had good credit, okay? Same situation, $20,000 car, 60 months. However, instead of them having a 540 credit score, let's say that their credit score was a 720. Okay. Now that sounds crazy. Like, Jason, a 700 credit score? It's possible, believe me. In our program, our clients, when they do what we recommend and they don't allow any more negatives to be added to their credit report, asterisk, they see a minimum of a 100-point credit score increase with each credit bureau. Okay. Minimum. So this is very possible. Very possible. 720 credit score. Let's say that instead of being penalized 20%, you now get the benefit of a 3% interest rate, which is actually the average in America, a 3% interest rate. Didn't know that, huh? 3%. So let's do the math. 20,000 at 3% over 60 months. The car payment, I want to make sure you can see this, is $359. So by you improving your credit, not only are you going to save money on interest, but your car payment is going to reduce. It's going to decrease. Okay, that's almost $200. How much is that exactly? About what? 181? Yeah. No, it's not two. It's about 180. Hold up, y'all. My math today is a little off. Someone do the math for me. 530. I'm gonna have the audience do it. 530 minus 359. How much? 181. 171. 171. So you'll save $171 by working on your credit. That's monthly. So we're gonna do that math too. But over the 60-month time frame, guess how much you're gonna end up paying? This is mind-boggling. This is like $21,562. What's the difference? So with bad credit, you're paying about $11,793. Okay. With good credit, you're only paying $1,562 interest. That's a $10,000 difference. $10,000 difference. Okay. I need someone to do the math for me. What's $171 times 60? So not only are we going to save $10,000 in interest, okay? Not only are we going to save that in interest, but 171 times 60, someone do the math for me, please. 171 times 60. I want to know how much this is that we're going to save in our monthly payment. Look at this. Look at this. This is amazing. This is amazing. Y'all, I had a brain fart. Of course, that's how much it is, right? Of course, because, you know. Anyway, 171 times 60 is $10,260. That's how big your savings is when you fix your credit. So this is the mind-boggling thing that people don't understand. Jason, your credit repair service cost me $64.99 a month. I'm not paying you $64.99 a month. But if you pay me $64.99 a month for 6 months and you do everything we say, $64.99 times 6. Yeah, please do that. And this is not a push for my service, but you know I am a businessman. $389.94. So you'll pay $389. How much? 94 cents. That's 6 months of credit repair. Okay, this is just an example. 6 months of credit repair. So you make an investment in yourself, almost $400. You make that investment. Guess how much money you're saving yourself by making that investment? You're saving yourself $10,000. So, Jason, why should I pay you $64.99 a month to fix my credit? Well, if you do the math, buddy, that's why. And I'm not even trying to be a smart guy. Just sharing facts. Okay? Let's look at the guy with the Mercedes Benz. Let's look at the guy with the Mercedes Benz. Let's see how much money he could save. If he had a 700 credit score and his interest rate was, let's say his interest rate was 10%. Let's say he still got ripped off and his interest rate was 10%. And if I were to make a recommendation, never buy a car if your interest rate is above 10%. That's a no-no. 10% is still high, but like that's like the threshold. Okay, so 35,000. Okay. So 35,000 at 10% over 6 months, that'll get him a $744 a month payment. Okay, 744. 927 minus 744. You got the calculator? $927 minus $744. So he saves $183 a month on his payment. Okay, and his interest will come out to $44,619. So that's 11,001. That's $11,000 that he will end up paying in interest versus $20,000. So he'll end up saving about $10,000 in interest. So if you are someone and you bought a car with bad credit, don't feel like you are out of luck. Don't feel like, there's no way for you to win. Imagine if this was the person, he started off with a 927 and for the next 6 months he worked on his credit. You can always refinance. In the beginning of your term, in the beginning first 2-3 years, that's where they're going to get all their interest payments. So you have basically, 3 years where you can refinance, give or take. So if you are someone where you bought a car with bad credit, don't feel too bad, okay? You always have the opportunity to work on your credit and refinance, get your payment reduced, make that savings, and then also begin to save on your interest, okay? So, it's not the end of the world for you. But if you are someone who is contemplating buying a new car and you have poor credit score, mine is all over the place, and you have a poor credit score, would I recommend that you buy a car? Would you? No. All right. So hopefully this has been a very informative session. I always like to teach and, share numbers. At the end of the day, I'm just bringing a lot of things that have been overlooked. And we want to make sure that, you get the information that you need so that you're not being taken advantage of. All right? Because in order for you to transcend financially, you need to be able to use this interest that you're paying. You need to be able to invest that back into your life. You need to be able to use that money to invest it in businesses, to invest it in real estate, to invest it in something that's going to get you a good return, okay? And at the end of the day, of course, you're paying money into a liability in the first place, but what's the point of paying into that liability to go deeper in debt? Deeper. Like, you're already deep in debt, but what's the point of going deeper? Like, they say once you're in a hole, stop digging. But this is, you're basically digging it deeper, right? If that makes any sense. So I just want you all to have information. And the more information that you have, the more informed decisions that you can make. Okay? So what is today's topic? Of course, never buy a car with a poor credit score. But the biggest point that I'm trying to make is just because you can afford it does not mean it's a good deal. Deal. All right. So do me a favor. Like this video. Okay. Share it. Please share it with your friends and family. Tag somebody. I don't know. Do something so that other people that you know, like, and love can get this information. And also do me a favor. Follow me. Like the page, subscribe to the channel, follow me on IG, whatever the situation is, so that we can continue to stay in touch and you can continue to get this work. All right? Because at the end of the day, I'm trying to create more dough chasers. A dough chaser is someone who is seeking to improve their finances and also looking to obtain a financial advantage. And improving your credit score, you're looking to improve your finances, okay? And this advantage is by saving money on interest. You do that, there's no reason for you not to be financially successful. This has been another episode of Dough Chaser TV. I want to thank you all for joining me this evening. Again, my name is Jason White, your host, CEO, and founder of Witness Riches. We are a financial improvement company. And one thing I want you all to know is that if you ever need help, we are here to help you. We offer credit repair services, and we also have courses that teach you how to get your finances in order. If you are someone who would like assistance improving your credit and you don't mind getting help from human beings like myself, we will work on your credit and do majority of the work on your behalf to help you remove negative information that is in violation of the Fair Credit Reporting Act. We will work on your credit to help you remove negative information from your credit. We'll also educate you on rebuilding so that you can improve your credit score a lot more quickly. Okay? If you are someone where, Jason, I like you, but I can do this myself, I have courses where I basically share with you my strategies. We have an online academy called Transcend Financial Academy. All right. What I am going to do is I'm going to share that information in the comment area. Okay. YouTube, I'm going to share that with you. Facebook, I'm going to share that with you. IG, if you want that information, please send me a direct message and I will give that information to you. All right. Jamie Murphy asks, do you have an audio book for your book yet? You know what? Why don't I have that? Come on, Jay. No, I do not have that yet. I should definitely look into that. Yeah, that can definitely happen this year. Great idea, man. I appreciate that. I felt like we got a lot of comments.
Somebody on IG said they want to start a car 20% interest rate. Worst mistake ever.
How many of you have bought a car with a poor credit score and you can relate to this topic? Let me know. Let me know if you can relate. And as you do that, I'm going to provide that information in the comment area so you all can get connected to my company if you need assistance.
Over 100 comments on Facebook. 7 shares.
Don't forget to like this video and share it. Please share. Please share. I appreciate it. Please share. Okay. And then I'm going to upload this real quick.
We got our giveaways. Somebody says they want a Dough Chaser cup.
Somebody said they want a Dough Chaser cup.
They said they saw that cup and said, I want that. Now it says 62 comments. Still up there.
Can you do me a favor? Can you put our website to witness to the 700 Club Facebook? Okay. Let me see. Rochelle said, "Am I going to rebroadcast?" So Rochelle, after we end this live feed, after about 5-10 minutes, it should be available so that you can watch the replay. Okay, that won't be an issue at all. My man Casey said I did 3 to 4 times. Cannon said I fell victim, but needed to get to work, but I was never late on any payments. LOL. I feel you, man. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. That's understandable. But that doesn't mean that needs to be your story moving forward. All right, y'all. Bear with me. I'm trying to add this information to the comment area. Moving slow. All right. And then Transcend Financial Academy. All right. Let me know if you can relate. Okay, so I want to remind you this Thursday, okay, 2 days from now. So tomorrow's Wednesday, the next day is Thursday. I'm going to be giving away 2 Transcend or Die Trying t shirts, okay? We're going to do a random drawing like we did last week. I'm going to give you all the opportunity to, try to win one of these. Make sure you are live with me so that you can have that opportunity. So it's important for you to like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and follow us on Instagram so that you can stay in touch with us and have the opportunity to win this. And also, I want you to get the information as well, of course, right? So again, I want to thank you all for joining me this evening. I know you got bigger things to do, but I appreciate you taking the time out with me and getting this information. Okay, this was another episode of Dope Chaser TV. Thank you all. Again, my name is Jason White. I'm out. Peace. Peace out, IG.